Spiritual pause. Spiritual pause to me is like a still breath that teaches you how to listen. Like pause for the cause. So one thing I love doing is I love taking pictures and videos. You probably know about looking at my channel. I got a lot of videos on here. I like talking to the camera and you know what I mean? I like interacting with pictures and just saving the moments. So I took a picture of my plant at the time. I'm like, man, this is really green, really beautiful. At the time, I didn't know about the sprouting of this particular mint tree, what it meant. But, I know now. And I wanted to really capture this moment. Originally, I was going to share it on TikTok, but I'm like, who want to see a plant? You know what I mean? What that got to do with Greater Grand Rising? But, when Spirit tell you to do something, your inner self, your higher self tell you to do something, do it. And here I am. It's on TikTok. Use it on TikTok. Spiritual pause. So I captured this moment, right? And it goes with what I want to speak about, which is spiritual pause. A spiritual pause is not an interruption. Just as I didn't interrupt the growth cycle of this plant, right? It's an invitation. It's the sacred moment where your soul gently places a hand on your shoulder and says, wait before you move forward and feel this moment and honor what you carry. It's the quiet between thoughts where truth becomes audible. The quiet between thoughts. Man, that hit me because, sometimes you just got all these thoughts going through. I know I've been there. And then that spiritual pause to just pause everything. It's like the quiet between the thoughts. Right? And that's where, I felt like Spirit talked to me. It's where Spirit is talking to you at. Right? It's the space where clarity rises not because you've been searching for answers, but because you finally stop running from the questions. A spiritual pause reminds you that rest is not retreat. How many of us felt like that? If I rest, I'm giving up. So a spiritual pause, it's not that. It just reminds you that resting, self-care, it's not a retreat. Silence is not emptiness. It's alignment returning to the room. A spiritual pause manifests in these ways. A spiritual pause shows up as the breath you didn't know you were holding. And to me, when I think about that, it's you ever held your breath? You ever played that game when you was younger, holding your breath, maybe underwater or something? You know what I mean? Who can hold their breath the longest? And then your body can't do nothing else but just exhale. That's how a spiritual pause will show up in your life. You've been going through, this been going on, and you've been moving, and then bang, pause, right? Spiritual pause. The sunset that suddenly feels like a mirror. The emotion that rises with no explanation. The emotion that rises with no explanation. You just start feeling. Some of us maybe just be crying for no reason. You ever cry for no reason? The heaviness that asks to be sat down. Spiritual pause to show up as the heaviness that asks to be sat down. You know what? I just need to put this down. Put me down. Put it to the side. Let it go. Spiritual pause will show up as the clarity that slips into place when you are finally still. I stop doing this moving and this motion. I'm just sitting still, and then bang, clarity shows up. It's the moment that life says, let me show you what you have not been able to see while you've been moving so fast. Maybe not in that tone, but it says that. And things I ask myself when it comes to the spiritual pause is, where am I being called to slow down? Where am I being called to slow down? So as I ask myself that, I'm asking you, like, where are you being called to slow down, buddy? Slow down. Pump the brakes. What truth is waiting for you in that stillness? What truth is waiting for you in that stillness? And what part of your soul is asking for a moment to be heard? Spiritual pause. I definitely honor the quiet moments that guided me back to who I was or who I am. I definitely honor the quiet moments that guided me back to who I am. So I take a pause to hear the inner truth. I take a pause to hear the inner truth. I just wanted to share that spiritual pause. This resonated with you. You already know. Hit me in them comments. All right. Peace.